So this is why I believe I can kind of come into the market and scalp any market, because to me it's all about the higher time frame. I can really care less what's happening on the shorter time frame. All I care is in the shorter time frame, whatever time frame I trade, can I see a setup? Do I see my setup? Here's my setup. Now if it run these lows here, now this is a micro setup. If it runs these lows here, if it fails to run these lows, I'll look for this, right? Now there's a lot of inefficiencies down here. This is a now run down here would be absolutely perfect for a buy to these tops again. That's my setup. I love old lows. And then if you don't get the old low, you go to your fair value back, your order block, and your breaker. Those are variables in the markets. The detailed anatomy of a supply and the demand level. Because it's really all it does is it frameworks the inefficiency. So when we framework the inefficiency, now we can have a higher probability where there's a major imbalance in the market. Now there's imbalances here. There's an imbalance at the high of the day. A major impulse coming into the high of the day here. We're coming in, but there's some aggression, but there's some inefficiency within that sell off, right? So here, it spikes into the low, which is where I like to buy at. But what I'm gonna do is wait to the next 1 minute bar close and see what we get, because I'm expecting a spike back into that first green bar on the 1 minute chart. If we get a first green bar spike into the 1 minute chart, we will take the scalp. I will put 2 contracts on, and I will put my stop below the nearest order block or below the nearest inefficiency. And if it goes back and begin to break and trade below the low, then I'll go ahead and close it out early, depending on the aggressiveness. So here it gaps up into that buy, as you can see. So it's 5 points trading below that buy, which is interesting here. This gap is very interesting because it's completely skipped what we was looking for price to do. So it trades into that sell inefficiency, and here it trades back down. It's getting ready to trade back down. What we want to do is see it hold that rejection and see if it holds very well. Now, if it holds the rejection after it trades into the sell inefficiency, I think the probability is pretty much just schooled on the side of a bigger sell model. Just because it grabs the inefficiency, and so it could want to run the 625s and run back up to 675 for the overnight. So we have to watch. We're coming upon a new 4-hour rotation, so we have to watch that new 4-hour rotation, and the bullet's close. So we at the end of a 4-hour rotation. So this right here is the perfect high, open, low, close of the 4-hour chart. You can go to the 15 minute and you can see first 4 hours, you got the open, the low, the high, and the close. More than likely, price is not going to close at those highs for that 4-hour chart. And so here we have a sell model, and it looks like what we could be looking at is more of a consolidation towards the end of the trade. We want to pay attention to that. This is going to be very important. Let's see what we can do. Pay attention to it. So now we got multiple levels of inefficiency. Go to the 5-minute chart, see what we got for me. 5-minute chart is aggressively selling off. We are in an uptrend. You can see the MA. When the MA is 45-degree angle, we want to trade the lows, order block, fair value gaps, inefficiency, supply and demand blows, moving averages, trend trade breaks, whatever your RSI crossover, MACD crossover, whatever you want to trade, you want to always align with the fundamental principles of the market. So this is what I do personally. It helps. I mean, really, trading is not hard. The trader is the only variable. What would be a problem is if I want to go in with more size at this point instead of lowering to the one contract, because we know where we at. We at the close of a 4-hour rotation, so it's going to be some selling off. We bought all the way through this 4-hour range, and if we got some levels here that I got on here, but really what we want to pay attention to is the midpoint. So, we got the midpoint of this 4-hour range, which is going to be a major sell target, probably going into, and then you go to let's go to the 1 hour and look at the high open low close for the next 1 hour chart. So we got we got buyer. So we got longs trapped at the top, and we got some inefficiency down at that 4-hour low. We got some inefficiency at that 4-hour. That 4-hour pin bar is some missing price action going on there, right at the open. The midpoint of that is the open. So pay attention to that as a place to trade into during New York. And I believe that I'm surprised what can happen. Here's a good sell-off here. Going into the hour. We got 15 minutes left into this hour. So here, boom, we got a bigger sell-off. I want you to pay attention to this order block here. That's a major inefficiency. Before it run to those lows, let's go run here, right? 650s, supporting the 650s. Now that we got some level of consistency showing up on the chart, I'm willing to throw on 2 contracts and wait for this level to be traded to. I want you to pay attention how it bought into trap more longs here to get us down here somehow. Very interesting price action here. Yeah, we got our run to that low. Let's see, we get a little lower. I prefer to get in a little lower here. This is good. We got the next 15-minute bar about to open up. We want to pay attention to the high open low close to that.
Good night, dear.
I'm gonna go ahead and with one. I didn't get the perfection, and then if it trade lower, I'll add one. Look like we may not come back. That 15-minute bar closed down pretty strong. It'll probably be looking to sell somewhere around here. It's going to probably finish this little inefficiency up in these areas. But if we do get a spike down, we can add one more contract and get ready for that new 4-hour open. It's more likely we're gonna get a high open, low close. And if it intended to trade lower or stay within this range, we can play the lows and the highs.
Good night, dear dog.
Hey, Maggie, can you give me that little small blanket? I don't know. I think Mom had it.
Well done. Can you hear them? Do you know who that is?
Thank
you. That's you. Off to bed you go.
Hold on, man. Just making a video.
Night falls. The little owl is sleepy and gets ready. What's that noise? What can it be? Look! The circus animals are sleepy too.